Good morning, Drexel Hill Middle School community, teachers, students, faculty and staff, and any parents that are just watching in the background during our virtual environment. My name is Matt Alloway, and I'm proud to be the principal of Drexel Hill Middle School. Thank you for joining us this morning for our 9/11 Heroes Memorial Ceremony. Let's first start with a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. When I started teaching social studies, September 11th didn't catch too much attention from students. Up until 2001, September 11th marked the opening of the Battle of the Brandywine here in southeastern Pennsylvania in 1777. But on September 11th, 2001, the United States was attacked by terrorists in a coordinated assaults in New York, Washington, D.C., and Shanksville, Pennsylvania. At 8:46 a.m., the first hijacked airplane made impact with the World Trade Center in New York City. The sudden, severe, and unexpected attack rippled throughout the entire country. 2,976 Americans lost their lives that morning. Those of us watching the news were frozen in panic, not knowing if another attack was to come. First responders, including military, fire, police, and paramedics, raced into the center of the chaos to protect and save as many lives as possible, often putting themselves at risk for illness, injury, and death. Many families in America today, both the victims and the first responders, live with the scars of injury, with chronic medical conditions, and with the ongoing emotional trauma of the attack on September 11th. September 11th, 2001 marked a shift in how we live, how we perceive our safety, and how we understand the blessings that we enjoy as members of a free and democratic nation. Each year, the staff and administration of Drexel Hill Middle School has honored a member of our community in remembrance of September 11th, 2001. Behind me is the Wall of Heroes, built to recognize those who inspire us by their selfless acts of courage. This year, I have the responsibility and the honor to introduce a new hero onto this wall. For the 2020 school year, I'm proud to induct the faculty, staff, and community of Drexel Hill Middle School. It may seem out of the ordinary to induct a whole group of people onto a wall of individuals, but identifying heroism called us to recognize this organization as a team. Since the terror attacks on the World Trade Center, the job of schools has continuously evolved. The first teachers working with children in the aftermath of 9/11 had to expertly plan for the overwhelming sense of insecurity faced by our children in the days and the weeks following the attacks. School office personnel were among the first points of contact for families seeking to dismiss their children early for fear that any crowded public institution may become the site of another terror attack. Our counselors and pupil services staff worked with children and families to manage the stress and trauma faced by children, fearful of the uncertainty of their futures. The professionals here at Drexel Hill Middle School managed this task with care, intelligence, and compassion. In 2001, the same year teachers had to cultivate a program that recognized the social and emotional impact of a terror attack on American soil and deal with the subsequent invasions and wars abroad, public educators witnessed the passage of the No Child Left Behind Act, which delivered a new era of schools focused on high-stakes testing, threats and penalties, and demeaning labels for what was determined to be the failure of local schools to overcome some of the educational inequities mirrored across the nation, failures more closely tied to economic privilege than to quality instruction. In this new era, the teachers working in this community have taken on the challenges of a data-guided culture in a never-ending quest at continuous improvement. Each year following 9/11 has presented teachers with increasingly challenging professional obstacles. from the first teachers to receive district email addresses and websites, to the development of cell phone technology becoming a standard in many children's lives, the invention of social media outlets, and a seemingly 24-hour expectation of teacher availability, still, our professional staff has continued to grow and develop. Since 9/11, schools have endured the tragedy of mass shootings, bomb scares, lockdown drills, and other terrible symptoms of a national mental health crisis. They learned how to field dress a wound. They learned how to lock out, get out, or take out. Lastly, 2020. On March 11th, 2020, the World Health Organization announced COVID-19 as a global pandemic. Shortly after that announcement, on March 13th, the President of the United States declared a national emergency. Where was our professional staff on March 13th? They were here at Drexel Hill Middle School. Though we closed our doors to keep children safe at home, your teachers were here, preparing to march headfirst into the unknown. Since the beginning of this pandemic, our teachers have learned to use tools that may have taken years of professional development to master. They have poured themselves into all the details of developing and implementing a virtual school program, all while planning under extremely challenging circumstances. They have welcomed us into their homes to instruct virtually, even while balancing the demands of their own lives, upset by the closure of schools and child care facilities. Listen, no plan is perfect, but the team of professionals at Drexel Hill Middle School and within the greater community has relentlessly committed themselves to planning, structuring, and delivering a virtual program that supports and engages our children with love, with care, and with pride. For their leadership, service, and tremendous impact in preserving our educational system for the future of a democratic society, it is my great hope that recognizing our faculty is fitting of the characteristics of heroes and that their names on this wall will remind all future generations of the powerful impact of this group of dedicated professionals in the face of yet another extraordinary national tragedy. Thank you all for your attention this morning. Please keep our heroes in your thoughts as you reflect on today's presentation.